Here we go. Here we go. Okay, now we're here. How you doing, Drew? How you doing, man? Chilling, coaching. You've been safe? Yeah, I mean, alive for now. What's up, November? I'm alive, man. I'm alive. Friends are alive. Family's alive. Nothing bad has happened. So, super early. Well, yeah, I'd like to make it comfortable for Europeans and North Americans alike. Tomorrow, we're gonna have a really, really interesting stream that I'm only going to announce tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna announce it here, and tomorrow I'm just gonna announce it on my Twitter. So anybody who's on my stream is gonna have a spoiler alert of what is gonna happen tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. What's up, peers? What game are you coaching? Today is gonna be Overwatch. We've been doing for the past few months only Marvel Rivals, and now a little bit of Overwatch. Hey Rent, hey Unfunny Dave, what's up Forgetful? Hey Joji, what's up Chase? What's up Poke Sky Blue? What's up Sakuma? What's up Morales? What's up Tenno? What's up Niani? What's up William? Can I join if possible? The coaching is only done for my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. So if you're a subscriber, you can just you definitely can be eligible. How has your day been so far? It's been alright. That's the fun about yourself, man. This is not Asia friendly though, man. I can't. I might be called Mr. Worldwide, but I ain't like that, you know. Sapak, where are you from? I'm from Israel. Greetings from Sweden. Yesterday I was playing Counter Strike and got a Swedish server with 100 ping, but we still won. By the way, update. I'm 2.4k elo on Face It, so we're doing really good. Hey, Blue Canary, how you doing? Yo, Fazza, thank you so much for the prime, man.
Awkward
Thank you.
is pathetic.
Thank
He
you.
thinks just because he goes to the gym,
Hope
he's
you have
the
a good
best
stream. Thank you
human
so
on
much.
earth.
Do you think cycling is a good exercise? I mean, I would say in general, yes. I think that cycling is a good exercise if you're trying to cycle, you know. But I would say that if you're trying to build your biceps, probably isn't. Depends on. I'm currently in my peak of Master 2. It's pretty good. Master 2 is really high rank. What's up, Ninju? Anything better sitting on the couch is good. Fair point. Which monster are you drinking? The pineapple one, because the white one was out of stock. Hey, Guy Frost. We'll try Zen in Stadium next season for fun. Maybe. I haven't tried Stadium yet. How to be useful with Juno in Overwatch 2. Make sure nobody dies. Farm ultis. And do much damage as you can when people don't need healing. Low carb blue is good for me. Low carb blue? What do you mean? What's your thoughts on the Iran-Israel beef? Stay away, stay safe, man. Well, my thoughts are right now that I just don't want to get bombed. That's all. Don't have Hey, what's up, Felispo? It's a black and blue can. Black and blue can? Monster? Do you guys coach Stadium in Overwatch Rank Up Academy now? To be honest, we don't. We don't teach Stadium in Rank Up Academy in Overwatch because it's not something we'd like to get into yet, as we focus mostly on the the real competitive aspect of the game. But if there's gonna be many players who are interested in ranking up in Stadium, we'll just we'll coach in Rank Up Academy. But for now, we focus on more Rivals and Overwatch, both competitively.
Awkward is
Madrid,
pathetic.
thank you for tier 1,
He
man.
thinks just because he goes to
Join
the gym, he's
join
the
my
best
Discord,
human on
Madrio,
Earth.
and join my Discord. And connect your Discord to your Twitch, and you'll have your name will be orange on my Discord. Hello, Yaku. Preacher curls for biceps are great. Yeah, they're phenomenal. My opinion, probably the best exercise are preacher curls. I joined Rank Up Academy for Overwatch last month. Was Diamond 1 and hit Master 2 just before my subscription ran out. I just hit GM today. From in a month, Diamond 1 to GM. So good, man. I'm very proud of you, DB. You should be very proud of yourself, man. That's incredible. Genuinely, it is. Rework, Jeff runs to GM. Do you still can climb with him? Yeah, I actually have a video about it. Check it out. How do I get better at Moira? Whenever I off angle, my team always dies. It's because your off angles are too late. Or you forget to heal. Will you be coaching everybody right now? Only Rank Up Academy members? It's not for Rank Up Academy members. It's people who are Twitch subscribers or YouTube members. How do you connect Discord to Twitch? You go to the settings and then do connections, and then you can connect the Discord to Twitch. What is your opinion playing Genji to get out of plat? You can play anything besides Mercy and Lifeweaver to get out of plat. You can play those as well to get out of plat, but it's not going to be super reliable. Wait, DB, I think I posted you somewhere, right? I think I posted you from the Wins channel, right? Not mistaken. Pretty sure I did. Are you only coaching Overwatch this stream? Yes. This stream, yes. Only Overwatch. Madrid, did you connect your Discord to Twitch? Happy Sunday, glad you're safe, brother. Thank you, thank you. All right, you'll be able to see a channel called Hands Up. It's on top of the Discord. It's above general. You'll be able to see it. And then just type stuff. Low Visa. How to carry is Invisible Woman. A lot of pulls, a lot of shifts, a lot of damage combined with healing. Who can get coached? Which subscribers and YouTube members? Is there another game than Overwatch? Yeah, there are many games besides Overwatch. How do I fix the problem where I only play well at certain times of the day, like after dinner? Maybe you're just hungry, man. Handsome's right. Yeah. That's the channel. I'm gonna watch from the second monitor like always. Awesome. Can you already say who the hero will be for today? I just do them on the go. How do you consistently carry on Genji? Tano. Phenomenal question. I've explained this in the most simple way possible 3 videos ago. There's a video on Genji that I have about a month ago that I made. Not a month ago, like 3 weeks back. Check it out on my YouTube channel, man. Not only I explain it, I also demonstrate it. Madrid, do you want to do you not want to play? Usually we do the live coaching. It's just you playing live. Do you not want to do the live coaching? Do you have a guide on Frey and Rank Up Academy? We don't have a guide specifically, but we do teach the character. Rank Up Academy. We can coach you on the character. So thank you for content coaching. Happy to help. Number 1, bum 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 bum. Should I flank with Moon Knight? Yes. Not 24/7, but yes. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Let me... By the way, hey everyone. Before, I'll make the announcement a little bit later. I think it's gonna be interesting to some of you. Maybe to some of you it won't, but you'll live. Hello, Madrid. How you doing, man?
Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
We're gonna be. You're okay with playing live? You're gonna be
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
and streaming. Okay, so because you were about to send the code. That's just want to clarify.
Nah, yeah, I don't mind at all.
All right, all right. What are you gonna be playing for us today, Genji?
Yeah, it's gonna be Genji. Not the best Genji, though.
Why not the best?
Bro, honestly, I've been really trying to grind. I actually just swapped to PC like 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I have over 300 hours on Genji just in PC. I've been really grinding the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I really, really want to hit Masters, but it hasn't been going great lately. I don't know. I just feel so inconsistent. I don't know.
Okay, okay. So that's why I'm here. First of all, so I'm here to help you.
Mm.
That's the first thing. The second thing.
I appreciate that.
The second thing. Did you watch my most recent Genji video by any chance?
I did.
Okay.
I watched every single Genji video you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what? Without further ado, let's just begin. Let's just stream the game. Let's see if it's clear. Even if it isn't clear, it's not a big deal. How's your internet? Is it good?
It should be. My internet. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. It's okay. It's not that good, but it's okay.
All right.
Let's see.
So streaming the put 720 or 60 FPS just so it's
Okay, let me try sharing. 720. Okay.
Thanks for the kind words, guys. I appreciate it. Totem. Stat
I don't need nitro, do I?
No, you don't. You would have nitro just gives you better quality, but it's fine. You can just put regular quality.
Okay, there we go. You should be able to see my screen.
Yeah, don't share the screen. Oh, you even have the Genji wallpaper and stuff. You're really serious about that. Okay, okay. Don't share your screen. Stream the game. It's different. So at the bottom left of your Discord, at the bottom left of your Discord, you'll see like an Overwatch icon.
Hold on.
It's like in the Overwatch. Yeah. So so if you go to the main section of Discord.
Yeah, I see. I saw it.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. So before we begin, can I see your stats? Can I see your stats?
I don't know if you want to see my stats, bro.
Well, of course I'd like to see them.
Okay, this is a fresh account though, because my main got suspended for absolutely no reason because I wouldn't switch off Genji. So this is just a fresh account I made.
Just Overwatch, but that kind of represents your real rank because it's like what you usually diamond.
So yeah, this is literally my rank.
Okay.
Diamond 4, Diamond 3. That's exactly where I'm at.
Okay, 2 hours is not great in terms of determining what stats there, but you can show me your Genji stats regardless.
Okay, sure.
Scroll down a bit. Okay, just observing the stats. What is there something you just don't like?
Hold on. Okay, my deaths per 10 minute is really high, but it's usually around 6. I'd say 6.5. That's like the average on my main.
7.5 here. What do you say? 6.5 on your main?
Yeah, around 6.5.
Listen, 6.5 is high. 7.5 is like astronomically high.
Yeah, but I feel like 6 is not that bad for Genji.
There's a big difference between 6 and 6.5.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Yes, 6 is not as bad as Genji. However, like, you have to remember, Diamond are not bad players by any means, but they're also not amazing. And what I mean, and why I say that, is because in Diamond, you can make a lot of mistakes and still get away with them very often.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true from experience, yeah.
In Grandmaster, it's much more difficult to make obvious mistakes and get away with them. because players are like very good at capitalizing on them. Regardless, let's just get into the game.
So you're basically saying if I have 6.5 deaths in Diamond, it would almost be like 12 in Grandmaster. That's basically what you're saying, right? Or almost.
Well, you would say, yeah, I would say somewhere like around 8. 8 is almost like you die every minute, but 6.5, it means it's 0.65 per 1 minute. It means that you almost die every minute. Not almost, like more than halfway there. 66%, 2/3 of dying every minute. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that one, you just have significantly less damage because you're constantly in spawn, you're dying, you're in spawn, you do less damage, right? Apply less pressure, get less kills. But even if you don't die, the fact that you're low, and most people don't even think about this, right? When you take a lot of damage for no reason, you have to understand that your supports are gonna be using resources on you, right?
Yeah. Need to work on not taking as much damage. Because I think I take a lot of damage as well.
Right, but most people don't think about my supports are there to heal me. Yes, sure, but you have to understand that your supports have limited resources, limited cooldowns. They have to reload sometimes. They have to be in position to help you to not risk themselves. And every time that you randomly take damage, it is support healing you and not your other DPS who needs help, your tank that needs help. They use a cooldown on you that could be something that gets a kill or protects your tank, etc., etc. And most people don't see the game.
Also, instead of healing you, they could be doing damage, which would help a lot with the pressure.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
So listen, first fight, I'm gonna be quiet. I want to see how you play regularly. Like, what am I doing at that time? Silently judging you.
Okay. I genuinely just want to know, like, what's the thing I should be working on, and I'm just gonna lock in on it. But I just keep on finding like different problems. Like I have good friends of mine who are better than me. They keep on giving me some problems that I have on my gameplay, and I work on them and actually fix them. But they're still not enough. They're still not enough to help me get to masters because I don't think it's the main core problem. So I just want to find the core problem that I need to like work on, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna find out very, very soon. The question I have is, first of all, what rank are your friends? That's the first question.
They're like high masters, low GM.
Okay, and what was the feedback that was given to you like last time that you need to do better?
Last time they were like, you're not shooting tank enough, you're not farming your blade enough, you don't have enough blade, you're getting like 1 blade per round.
So they're saying that you don't use your blade enough, right? That is the feedback?
No, you're not applying enough damage on the tank. Yeah, basically you're not getting your blade
Okay,
enough.
how often would you say even amazing Genji players get their blade?
Honestly, once or twice per round, but
let's just say a minute, once every minute and a half, maybe 1:45.
Yeah, maybe every 1 minute and a half.
Right.
I'd say, yeah.
Don't you think it's somewhat not beneficial to give you feedback on something very specific that happens once every 45 minute and 45 seconds? What about the rest of the 1 minute 44 minutes? There are things that you have to work on there. That's the majority of the game.
That's true. But they mainly said it because I always have the least amount of damage on my team.
I'm quiet. Just want to observe. Nice kill.
I might spawn camp him.
Okay, I mean, on the bright side, I already found out why you die very often. Yeah. It's gonna let you play the second fight. Nice. Keep up the pressure. You got a pick. Keep up the pressure. Go. There's a fair above you, I think. Oh, here's. Nice. That was an okay fight. I would say that you didn't shoot enough. I think you're just kind of jumping around. You got a soldier kill. You guys are 5 versus 4. Apply pressure, okay? Nice. Keep applying pressure. Nice dash. You can beat him. You got pocketed. You can definitely beat him. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. Here's your guy. What do you think about that blade?
Honestly, I felt like our tank was struggling, so I wanted to help him with the tank trade, but I don't think it was good because it was in the open.
The open there doesn't. It's not a big deal. My question to you: you pulled your blade 130 HP in front of an entire enemy team. Obviously, when you blade, they're gonna focus you. So it's a recipe to die very quickly. You should have got maybe healed up for a second. Also, who did you target with the blade?
The queen to help with the tank trade.
Yeah, but the person that you're least likely to kill. She had 2 supports behind her.
True.
Good. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. Good. Let's melee. Use your melee only when they're low HP. Okay. Don't use your melee when they're full HP.
Yeah, but the Pharah is really hard to kill though, or hit. So if I have a easy shot, I hit the melee because it's not that easy to hit.
Yeah, but then she gets healed up, and you see that you see if you didn't melee here, you could have maybe hit her, and that's the difference. You could have maybe hit her the second time. There's a big animation, a big wind-up animation when you use your melee that prevents you from shooting the second shot. That's why I'm telling you. You only use your melee when you can actually get the kill with a melee. It does like 30 damage, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. When there's 30 damage, that's exactly where you melee. Outside of that, you don't melee, okay?
Okay.
Nice. Nice. Okay, I want to give you some feedback for the second round, right? Check out your tab for a second. Click tab for a second. So it's been like 4 minutes. You have 2.3k damage. That's the lowest damage, actually, by quite a large margin compared to everybody else that does damage in the server.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason
Am
why
I not shooting the tank enough?
No, it's not about shooting the tank. The problem is that you're shooting from far away. You're when you are attacking the enemies, you're kind of in front of them, right? And the problem with that is that you take a lot of damage, and then you distance yourself. When you distance yourself, using your primary fire instead of the secondary fire, right? And the primary fire is just more difficult to hit than the secondary fire. Like the secondary fire, I'm talking about the close range shurikens. Try to sneak up on people from off angles and just right click them. Like do the secondary fire, close range shurikens.
So play a bit closer.
Always play closer. And when things go bad, what do? You either deflect and continue or dash out. The second thing, avoid the melee button unless they're literally 20 HP.
I got you.
Perfect. That's for now. Get closer immediately. Start getting closer. Start getting closer. Okay, he's blocking you. Cool. Start getting closer again. He gave you some time. Yeah. But you see, now you're in front of them. The fairy shooting at your Ramatra and you're taking a bunch of shots for no reason. You notice? Get closer, Reaper, no Wraith. What was the problem with the dash that you just did? Finish the fight, but what was the problem with that?
I had no bullets.
It's not even about that. Slow down, slow down. You have another dash. The problem with the dash, Madrio, the problem with the dash was, let's assume that you dash in and they turn around and start shooting at you. How do you live?
I don't know.
You don't.
Deflect, maybe?
You didn't. I don't think you even had deflect, but a deflect is not a lifesaver. It just protects you for maybe 2 seconds. So deflect is over, they keep chasing you, then what? Dash is a confirmed kill ability or disengage ability. You don't dash to people when they're full HP. Get closer, get closer, get closer. Yeah, like this. Perfect. Perfect. Pretty good. That's a kill confirm ability. That is not a kill confirm ability because now if they turn around, you're dead.
Yeah, but we lost the fight. I have to go for it.
Well, at that point in time, you didn't necessarily know if you lost the fight. You only lost one person. And if you manage to kill her, if you manage to get her low and then dash, we can continue shooting.
Okay.
But also, it doesn't really matter you lose the fight or lose the fight. It's just the basic instructions. I'm telling you to work on what you're struggling with.
Okay. Gotcha.
Alright, start getting close from an off angle, using your right click. Yeah, get close, don't be afraid, get close. Yeah, you click deflect if you need to, perfect. You're too concerned about getting close, they're not paying attention, you're fine. You can literally give them a high five if they're not paying attention to you. And that's what I want you to do. When they're not paying attention to you, get closer, okay?
Okay.
And they won't pay attention to you when there's a tank in their face. Start moving close. From the left, yeah. There you go. He's looking for an ulti, by the way, this guy.
Yeah. Winnable?
Winnable. Nice blade. Good blade.
Thank you.
But you're still hesitating too much to walk in. When you have your dash and deflect, don't be afraid. Oh, careful. Here you didn't have your dash and you use your deflect for half a second. And you definitely don't want to fight a Reaper close range when he's pocketed. It's not a favorable matchup for you. So again, I repeat, Madrid. Get close from an off angle. Use your shurikens when they don't pay attention to you. Really close. They turn around, you either deflect or dash out. Depends on the situation. Depends on how much HP they have. Get close from the left side. Yeah, get close. Get close. See what I mean? With a dash, use your dash, and then you have no point to disengage. If you dashed out, maybe because they look at you, your tank would have gone in and killed someone. Whoever was on point would have killed someone.
No, but we lost the fight this time, though.
But again, I repeat, it doesn't matter if you lose the fight or not. You need to work on that specific thing. You have a tendency to just dash into people when they're full HP and try to kill them.
Okay.
And then you die because of it. It's not something you only do when you.
That's a good touch. Yeah, there's no red.
I have a question. When you touched the point there with the dash at the end, because Ramatra couldn't, why did you click deflect?
To get out. To go back to my team.
Could have you just walked without using your deflect?
I don't think so. I had like 3 people shooting me.
How can you determine that? Did you lose any HP?
No. That's a good point.
Right, didn't lose any HP. So the idea of a deflect is, so what you're saying essentially, I thought that they were gonna shoot me. That's what you're saying. I thought that they were gonna shoot me. I expected them to shoot me.
Yeah, you have a point. I should just use my deflect if I'm below half HP.
No, it's not even about below half HP. When you're in danger, you being full HP, even if you're in front of enemies, they were shooting at your mantra. You didn't need to wait until they actually shoot and then use deflect. Don't try to determine will they shoot and then use your deflect. Don't try to predict things. Try to react to things. So again, get closer from an off angle and do the right click as much as you can. Get closer from an off. This is not an off angle. It's in front of them. Yeah. You have wall right for a reason.
Angle, though?
Here?
I don't have any
here. This is an off angle. What you're doing right now is an off angle. Apply, it's fine. Get closer. You have deflect. Get closer. You +1. You have deflect. Go. Here, double jump. Let's go. Boom. Pressure. Fantastic. Like here on the Reaper, he could have dashed, for example, because it was really low HP. Could have killed him with a dash. But you see, you went closer in front of the enemies. Notice how you didn't take a single piece of damage. Did you notice?
What if they had a Cassidy? Wouldn't playing here be a bit risky because it's in the open?
No, because Cassidy needs to shoot other people as well.
Okay. Interesting.
It's okay. Go, go, go. Light pressure. Right clicks. Right clicks. Good. Fantastic. Good confirm. You have no cooldowns. You have no cooldowns. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. You see, you use your deflect, use your dash, and you try to walk into the people. Yes, they lost their mind, but it can still kill you. Go, go. Apply pressure. Get closer. Right click. Let go. Boom. Boom. Fantastic. You see, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. What's the problem with that?
She wasn't low enough.
Exactly. Against the GM Pharah, it would have been dead. That's what I'm telling you. That's the problem. Against the Grandmaster Pharah, or even like Mid-Master's Pharah, you would have been dead. Why? Because he sees, well, the Genji just dash into close to my spawn. Let's just kill him.
You know, there's even a bigger problem. I did not realize there was a Pharah behind me. I think that's even
you're
the
good,
bigger
you're good.
problem.
Keep applying pressure. Keep applying pressure. Go. Nice. Good dash. I like it. You lose this one. You lose this one, but they use decent amount of ultis. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Don't stagger. Either die or go away. Next time you either die or just get out. Usually getting out is the better option because it lets you set up much faster for the next fight.
Yeah, I didn't have my dash. I should have went out earlier.
Yeah, because notice where you did dash. You dashed from the point to the point. Could have just dashed into like a high ground where they can't chase you.
I should have died point to try and get it to 92.
Apply pressure, apply pressure. Get closer, boom. You can blade now, by the way. Why do you think you died? Why do you think you died?
I was low HP while blading.
But why? Why? How did you get to the low HP while blading?
Because I was shooting in front of them, in front of like 3 people.
Listen, your dash initially, you went through the entire enemy team and ended up behind them. You know what you did after?
What?
Dash back through them exactly where they were shooting. And that is precisely why you died, because you literally dashed into where they're shooting and didn't even intend to shoot you. Good. No melee. The melee was pointless. Keep fighting here. Can kill supports for sure. Good. Keep applying pressure. Fantastic.
No! She was one!
Yeah, but why did you not kill her? Because you try to dash and get a kill. You know, like you try to force the kill. She was not low enough for you to dash. She wasn't low enough.
Wait,
Okay, focus. Get from the off angle. Get
Yeah.
right clicks. No melee. Go, go. Careful, careful. You're gonna die now, probably. Maybe not, or very low. Why is that though?
I had to live for a blade. I don't know why I did that.
You basically dashed again into a bunch of people. You dashed into
need
a
to
bunch of
live.
people without the opportunity to kill them. You're very lucky to win that one. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I know. I definitely.
Click that for a second. Click that for a second. What do you think about the game? In terms of stats,
Yeah,
better.
the stats don't tell anything. Bro, it could have been so much worse if these players were better. I understand.
Okay, what did you understand the most? What were the most repetitive feedback?
Not not like going to angles when people are looking at me when they're looking at the tank, and what else? Stop meleeing too much, and I feel like I'm committing my dash even if they're not killable.
Yeah, that's the number one problem. Where did in this entire coaching session I ever mention you don't shoot a tank enough?
But like,
Not a single time.
I feel like most of the dashes that I was taking, like without confirming a kill, was
Yeah.
like if my whole team's dead, I'm just trying to get a one shot before dying and taking someone with me, or like the first one, the Ana one, like she was alone, you know. Like
Madrio,
let me show you.
you're explaining to me specific situation and trying to explain to me why it was okay, right?
Mm,
I'm not
mm,
saying it was wrong to do in that situation, but you have a
mm,
very big issue with dashing into people when they're not gonna
mm,
die from your dash, and then you end
mm,
up dying because of it, or you're now forced to use every cooldown you have to live, or your supports have to get out of their way to help you out, and
mm,
you attract so many resources out of your team to only live, right?
mm, mm,
That happens so frequent, they completely diminish every time you did it, and it was okay to do. That's the
mm.
problem. You want to focus on doing the thing right 90% of the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You shouldn't care about what niche situation is it okay for me to dash into somebody that is full HP.
Yeah.
Right? That's the main problem. You're focusing on the very niche things that happen like maybe 5% of the time. Like how often are you left with 1v6 and you have to try to get a kill onto a full HP Ana?
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
And
But so
if
you're saying like in most situations or 99% of the situations that you're gonna face, just hold on to your dash until you need to get out.
99% of the
Or
situation.
to confirm a kill, or to
Yeah,
confirm a
yeah.
kill,
So
yeah.
dash is used for two reasons. Number one, you get out with a dash, which you do occasionally. You do. You understand when to do it. You're fine. You're fine in that regard. The problem is when you use it to get in, all of a sudden you're low and you don't have anything to get out. And your best thing is to use deflect. But then when you use deflect, now you don't have a dash and now you don't have a deflect. So let me ask you a question. How do you get kills? How do you increase the likelihood of getting a kill on someone? Which we also
Yeah,
talked about
that's
throughout the coaching session.
yeah, I think this one is like one of the biggest ones that I struggle with is managing to like play close
Mm-hmm.
in tricky or like in situations where you need to be creative, because obviously sometimes the off angle is going to be like really obvious, you know, like the first point that we played, the one in the picture right here, this map, like it's really obvious to play a right side, but then there are other situations where the off angle is not going to be too obvious, or like where you should position yourself is not going to be too obvious, like Gibraltar first point, for
Madrid, you're
example.
overthinking this completely. You're overthinking the entire thing. I want
You
you.
think so?
Yeah, I want you to follow the process of thought. I asked, like I want you to follow my process of thought for a second. I asked you,
Okay,
what,
okay, okay.
how do you increase the likelihood of getting a kill? You responded with you need to get close
Play
to them,
close.
right? From the off
Playing
angle.
close. Play
Why?
close. Yeah.
Because why do you need to get close to get you have higher likelihood of getting kills? Why is that?
Because it's easier to hit shots on Genji if
Exactly.
you're
It's
not playing
super.
against
It's
Gens.
it's easy to hit shots on Genji. It's very difficult to miss when they're in front of your face. Very easy
Yes.
to miss when they're like 50 miles away.
Hmm.
Right? So when they're
That's
close,
true.
easy
That's
to
true.
kill. If you combine it with the fact that you're off angling and they're not even looking at you and you're close, you always will be able to at least hit 1-2 shots before they even turn around. So even if they turn around, they're already half HP and it's a 1v1, you already have a big advantage. It's easier to get kills when you're close and they're not looking, right? But if they
So you're saying,
wait,
go ahead, go ahead.
if they
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
if you are behind them and you're close and you're shooting and they turn around, let's say it's a Cassidy, he turns around, right? And now he gets pocketed by Ana and you have no chance of beating him. What do you do?
You can just dash out.
Exactly.
Or like go on.
Precisely. You dash out because now you're in danger. You have no chance of winning that fight. So you dash out. Now let me ask you a question. How the hell are you supposed to get close, take a fight, and dash out when you dash into a full HP person? How is that possible?
You can't.
Exactly, you can't. Which means that you, by doing that, you almost deliberately take away
That-
opportunity for you to get kills in the fight. No dash means
So-
can't get close. That's what it means essentially, most of the time. Can't get close
Okay,
means what?
You can't get kills.
You
or
can't just the likelihood is just it's not very likely.
Yeah, yeah, it's not consistent with his primary. Okay, you said you should take the angle when they're not looking at you. So are you saying should I like in the beginning of fights? Because obviously, like I shouldn't just AFK wait until they're not looking at me or something. So should I just start the fight by shooting the tank maybe, and then
You start
slowly?
you start the fight with your team. Why do you start the fight with your team? Because you want to determine where the enemies are, right? And where your team is playing, so you can identify where you should go to create an off angle. You can't just randomly go to a part of the map and decide it's an off angle. The off angle depends on where the enemies are standing. That's where where your team is standing. Mostly where the enemies are standing. You can't just decide to go to a part of a map and say this is an off angle. Well, no, because the enemies are not even standing there. Right?
Even as Genji, you would start with your team.
Yeah, you start with your team, so you can. Oh, there's a Cassidy on the left side. There's a Mercy on the right side with the Pharah. Oh, I see the tank. Okay, now I identified where the enemies are, and then you make a decision. Where do I want to go? Obviously, I'm not gonna kill a Pharah Mercy, but I see that a Cassidy is standing by on the left side by himself, and he's shooting at my tank. He's not paying attention, so I go off angle him from the left side. That's what I do. You want to attack people from when they're not looking, but it doesn't mean that you have to circle around them from a flank. You have wall climb, and I think that I think that you overestimate how much they pay attention to you. When people are in your face, you're gonna be shooting at them. You're not gonna be paying attention what is above you, what is behind you. When there's a tank in your face, when there's another DPS in your face,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So all it takes.
And when everyone's shooting,
Yeah. All you have. An off angle is essentially attacking people from their blind spot. What is a blind spot? Exactly when they're not looking. They're shooting at your tank. This means they're not looking at you. Why? Because they're shooting at your tank. That's what they do. That's what they're paying attention to. That's what they tunnel vision on. You just attack them from you attack them from any angle that is not where the tank is. Okay. So what I'd like you to focus on is very simple. Number one.
Okay.
Start getting close to enemies. Now, this seems sometimes counterintuitive. Why would I be close? Isn't it dangerous? Not if you off angle and you do it like at a time of the middle of the team fight and not before anything even happens where everybody turns around.
So I don't have 10 people looking at you.
Yeah, exactly. So the timing is exactly when the scuffle begins. When the enemies make contact with your team and there's like this big giant team fight breaking out, that's exactly where you start off angling people. And getting closer to them. Why? Because they don't pay attention. And they're not likely to pay attention because they're paying attention to what's in front of them, which is a huge tank shooting at me, and there's another DPS shooting at me, and there's supports, like, I have to kill the supports in their mind, and there's like a fucking Genji above my head, and he's killing me because I'm not paying attention. So you get close, you do it from an off angle, and how do you minimize the risk of dying if they do turn around? You have your dash to get out if you need to.
Yeah, just shoot. If you see that you can confirm a kill, go for it. If you can, just use your dash to dash out to your team.
Yep, pretty much. Or if you can confirm a kill. Oh, he's low. I dash. I kill him. Perfect. I have another dash. So I can do the. If you have another dash, it means you can just do the same. The number one reason as to why you die is for two reasons. Number one, you just dash into full HP people and then you die because you have no way to disengage. Yes, you have deflect, but deflect is not a lifesaver. Dash is. Deflect is a life. It prolongs your death. It kind of. It gives you another 2 seconds to live. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think my mechanics were a problem?
No. No, your mechanics were not a problem. You shooting a tank was not a problem. And it's not. I'm not here to try to shit on your friends and tell them that, oh my god, they're like only masters, so you shouldn't give advice. It's not even about that.
Oh yeah,
man.
for sure. Yeah, they're not even Genji mains, so
it's not about that even. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like a player who's low GM can't give tips to Diamond. The problem is that they have no experience with coaching people and they have no experience to identify fundamental problems. Telling somebody
they don't know how to deliver it as well as someone who has experience like you.
And also just logically saying you should focus on something that happens once every minute and a half when there's something happening every single second of a team fight logically doesn't even make sense, right? Because what happens once every 1 minute and 40 seconds is like maybe 10% of the match. What about the other 90%? And the 90% is you not getting close enough a lot of times, is you walking up in front of enemies and take a bunch of damage or die, is you dashing into people who are full HP and you can confirm a kill. These are the three main problems you're facing. You don't have problems with the blades, you don't have problems with not shooting the tank enough, you have problems, as they said, you walk in front of people, so you take a bunch of damage. And you're not surprising enemies that way. You dash into people who are full HP, and then you have no dash and you're in front of their face, which is, as I said, you should have dash in front of people's faces. Right? So you don't offer. So these are your problems. This is what you should focus on. Get close to people. Get close to people. Do it from an off angle. And dash when things go bad, and only dash if things go bad, or if you can confirm a kill. Oh, and also bonus point, don't melee people if they're not in melee dying range. Why? Because that animation lingers that prevents you from doing another right click, which will do way more damage. There's so many situations where you could have killed someone if you just didn't melee, and you could have thrown more shurikens one more time.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, bro. I appreciate your help. Thank you very much, and I'll definitely be focusing on these 3 points. And I don't know, like hopefully that takes me to masters. Hopefully,
It will.
I'm starting to think that it's impossible, considering how much I'm grinding this game. Like it genuinely feels like an impossible rank to hit
The
for
pro-
me. But hopefully, by applying these tips,
the pro- the
I can
pro-
hit
the
masters.
problem, Andrew, is that you're grinding the game in a way that is not doing you any favor. What you're doing,
Yeah, it's pointless just
no,
doing the same
yeah,
mistakes.
exactly. You're drilling down these mistakes to the point that it's gonna be very difficult to undo them. It's like saying I want to quit smoking. However, I smoke 2 packs every day. You're only burying the hole even deeper. Understand? That's the problem with like grinding the game in the wrong way. If you don't know what you need to do right, you risk putting more hours on mistakes that are going to be more difficult to undo. It's much easier to teach new players how to play the game than people who have played this game for thousands of hours. It's easier.
Because it's gonna be muscle memory, yeah.
Yeah, muscle memory. They also the perception of the game is completely skewed. It's wrong. Like, and they also focus, and because they've played so long, they think they're more advanced to what they actually need. Well, you're a good example of that, because I said don't dash into people with full HP, but then you said something like, but like I need to clutch this fight because my team is dead. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter 95% of the time. You're focusing on the wrong thing. You know.
Okay.
So, and also remember, Madrid. So these points are gonna help you climb to master. But what's important is how you approach this. Every time you want to give yourself an excuse of making a bad play because under specific circumstances it could have been a correct play, just slap yourself in the wrist and say, you know what, I could be right, but I am right 5% of the time, but I want to be right 95% of the time.
No, yeah, you're right. I hate coping, and I hate like getting excuses and stuff. But sometimes it just gets too much. Like I've been hard stuck diamond for like 5 or 6 months now. I started playing this game like a year ago, and I started in like silver, gold. I'd say maybe high silver, and I've grinded my way up to diamond. And I thought it wouldn't take me much time to get to like masters. But so that kind of hit my ego. I'm not gonna lie. So it really frustrates me. But I'll try to like work on these points.
Yeah, Matter,
I'll try my best.
you said for a few months. If you just came to me for a few months, this feedback would have been a lot earlier. It would have been before you even built more bad habits. I'm not saying that you're a lost cause. Definitely not. I think you're gonna climb to masters super soon. However, it's just about that. Yeah. If you would have come to me months ago, you would have saved quite a decent amount of your time. But now, just focus on these things, and I'm very confident you can hit masters.
You think so?
Yes.
By only fixing these stuff?
Yeah,
these 3 stuff?
These stuff are going to be a life changer for you. These stuff are going to be what gets you out of diamond. If you can consistently do these things, you're gonna be masters, and you're gonna be able to climb through masters also with a breeze. These things are like the basics of the game.
No, it's great that like I know these 3 issues now, because it's like even if I do them again or like lose a game, I can go into my replay code and watch the game and see if I did any of these 3 mistakes, and I can just correct myself next game.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
But you have
I
to
really appreciate it.
before you leave, you have 3 things that you have to work on. Only be thinking about those things. Oh my god, shit blade. Doesn't matter because we didn't talk about blades. Oh my god, I didn't focus tank enough. Then it doesn't matter, we didn't talk about that. Oh my god, I should have not used my deflect. Didn't talk about that. Focus on the things that you were told to work on. That's the only things you have to focus.
Can I write them in my notes? Can you just repeat them one last time?
Get close to enemies more frequently, very often from an off angle.
Enemies from an off angle. Okay.
Use your dash only when you for sure can confirm a kill or you need to get out.
Dash to confirm or get out. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
There was a third one, right?
I separated the off angling parts with the specific distance with getting close. I separated. I just said it together at the same time.
There's the melee one as well. Should
And-
I focus on the melee one as well?
It's just a general tip. Just don't melee people if you're not gonna die from the melee.
Okay.
And you can also watch VOD back. But I have to move forward with this, Madrid. Thank you for playing, man.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Thank you so much for the help, man. I really appreciate it. Good luck. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna be inviting our second candidate over. Yo, awkward, Loki, handsome. Thank you. Okay, awkward. Have a good time coaching. Gotta go host pugs now. We're doing some next Saturday at 7. Any chance you join for next week? So very likely. The reason why there's like I have a very bad time management at the moment because
Awkward
I'm getting
is
bombed
pathetic.
a few times a
He
day.
thinks just because
So,
he goes to the gym, he's the best human on earth.
If I sit on the PC, it could happen anytime. Today it happened like I fucking 7 a.m. Last night it happened 3 a.m. Happens every day, quite a few times. So it's, you know, sometimes I can sit on the PC for 3 hours. Sometimes I can sit for 30 minutes and just fucking bombs everywhere. So I have to leave. No, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Hello, Svodny Brat.
Yeah, hi.
Svodny Brat.
Da.
Svodny? What is Svodny? I know Svobodny.
No, it's like stepbrother.
Ah, okay. Okay. All right. Wait, isn't it Tvayurodny? Something like that?
No. Like stepbrother. I'm
Yeah, but
stuck.
what? Ah, okay. But what is
Awkward
Tvayurodny?
is pathetic.
What does that mean?
He thinks just because
That's
he goes to the
your
gym, he's
uncle's
the best
son,
human on
like
earth.
this.
Ah, okay. Okay. Can you stream the game to make sure it works?
Yeah, sure.
How you doing? First of all, you're gonna be playing Anna for us today.
Yep.
What is your rank?
Now I'm. Let me watch. Now I'm low plat.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Did you climb to Diamond 4 and then drop to plat all the way?
It was a long lose streak. I was frustrated. Leave the game, play some Marvel Rivals, play another games. Then I joined to Rank Up Academy. I'm a student right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I see your stats really quick?
yeah, sure.
Scroll down. Okay, what do you think about your stats?
Now I have very low damage.
I wouldn't say very low, but yes, it's lower than it could be. That surely. What do you think about your deaths? 5'11"?
It's half times it's my problem, my fault. Then I misposition and
I'm asking what do you think about the number? Do you think it's okay, good, bad?
No, it's too high.
No, it's not too high. It's just pretty okay. Five is pretty much good. 5.1, it's okay. Normal. The problem with these amount of deaths, five is not bad, right? But when you have 5 deaths, I would expect for you to be have more impact in fights. More damage, more healing overall. I would like to see more damage and more healing. Your healing number is too low to justify a low damage number. You know, if you had 6.6k healing per 10, but you would have like 4.7k damage, I would be like, okay, it's probably doing something all right. So your combined healing and damage is too low. That's the problem. So you either damage at the wrong time and then people die, right? You don't heal enough, could be possible. Or your damage has no impact because you might be shooting the tank way more often. But I don't want to theorize too much. Just observing the stats. You can queue up.
Okay.
Start. So the first fight, I'm gonna be quiet. I want to see how you play without my help, and then I'm gonna. Well, what I'm doing in these, by the way, just a disclaimer. When I observe the first fight, I'm trying to see what is the mistake that you're making.
Okay.
I could use sometimes, like with Madrid. Did you watch his session before on Genji?
Yeah, sure.
In the
I saw all of your videos.
In the first 5 seconds, of the game, I could tell that the reason why he's dying so much is because he's dashing into people with full HP. Want to know why? Because it's the first mistake that he has made. Literally in the first 5 seconds, just dash into somebody when he was full HP and try to kill him. He did get the kill, but just because he got the kill doesn't mean there wasn't a mistake. And that's how I could tell you. Literally 5 seconds it took me to realize that guy probably has an issue with dashing into people and dying when they're full HP.
Understand.
First time I'm gonna say anything. Yeah, I'm just trying to identify mistakes. That's what I do. You know, good news is there's a new video on Ana either tonight, in a few hours, or very likely tomorrow.
Love it. But now I'm very interested in Marvel Rivals. It's more fun for now to me. I play a lot of Invis, trying to Luna, but Invis is.
Yeah, I have a bunch of content in Marvel Rivals as well. I do coaching in Marvel Rivals as well. I work with both games. I work with both games because they're like the same. They're the same game fundamentally. The way you play Overwatch and the way you play Marvel Rivals is the same fundamental game.
Yeah, now I'm Diamond 2 or Diamond 3 in competitive in Marvel. It's more easier, I think. But no, for now.
You're right. It is easier. It is easier. But it's easier to climb up the ranks because you can play more games in an hour than in Overwatch. That's the first thing. People don't think about that. It's like, I climb so fast in Marvel Rivals. Yes, because you can do triple the amount of games in an hour that you would be in Overwatch. In Overwatch, usually you can maybe do 3 games in an hour. Maybe.
Or less.
Yeah, or less. Yeah. In Marvel Rivals, you can easily get 6 games done in an hour. 5-6 games, easy. Sometimes I counted. I did. Sometimes I've had hours where I did 7 games in 1 hour. Queue times are instant. Sometimes games finish in 6 minutes. On average, I would say it's like 9-10 minutes. You sit in queue for 3 minutes, right? Right now, in Marvel Rivals, sometimes it could be half a game.
For 3 minutes, it's okay. I sit for 15-20 minutes. It's average.
Yeah. Wait, 20 minutes in plat and diamond?
Yeah, diamond when you play at night, 2 or 3 a.m.
Crazy. Let's see your mechanics.
Oh, I need to warm up a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what's funny? You know, like the guy before you was like, "Are my mechanics okay?" How do people? His mechanics were so it was good. People think about their mechanics so much because it's like the most obvious thing that people like see. My mechanic sucks. I can't hit shots, but in reality, like most of the time, it doesn't even. It's not a problem at all. Oh. Oh. I have a question. Are you only trying to practice like shooting at people? What about your sleep? What about your nade?
Sleeps and nades I not usually practicing.
No, you can do it like in between. Do 2 shots, throw a sleep. You want to also like hitting the cooldown is also a part of mechanics, only the shots. Yeah. Like you also want your practice of the mechanics to be more deliberate and about any situation. Use nade, use sleep. When people are close, do no scopes. When people are far away, use scope shots. Yeah.
I'm always struggling with flying characters and Hanzo. It's my blind spots.
Hitting shots helps. If you go a whole game missing every game shots, your mechanics are bad. Yeah, but nobody really missing. The problem is when people talk about mechanics, they somehow talk about this extreme case. I can't hit a single shot. Sorry, I'm responding to chat, by the way. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Nobody misses every shot. No one misses every shot. And on average, you're gonna hit and miss the same amount of shots with people. Like when you play in plat, for example, other plat players don't have better mechanics than you. If they do, it's by maybe a little bit, maybe. And if they have worse mechanics than you, it's also by a little bit. So, the idea that somebody misses every shot doesn't exist. He sense. What is your sensitivity? He says your people say your sense seems pretty low. I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
What is that? What's your DPI?
Now I can see.
Oy vey.
No.
You can pick
2800.
Ah, 2800. Okay, never mind. It's okay. I thought it was like 800. That would be low. Wow. 2800 is okay. It's like it's actually pretty high then. You don't ban anything?
No.
That's aura. L monster flavor, bro. That's what they were out of stock with the white ones. Give me a break. Everybody's hoarding shit because they're getting bombed. And they take my white monster. Right, so this first fight, Svodny Brat, I'm gonna be quiet. I wanna see how you play. After that, I'm gonna help out.
I'm kinda nervous.
It's okay, everyone is. Don't feel too bad.
I will not leave a broken world behind. I know that look. Mending an old wound.
I wronged someone dear to me. The path to redemption is trying.
It's not pleasant. But you'll see, it was worth it in the end.
I hope so.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Arena.
I'm so excited! Let's give him the
I already figured out the problem, by the way. I have a question, Svodny.
Yep.
When you peek through a door, before even the fight began, you just peek through the main choke. You shot one shot, and then you just did a quick scope, and then you went behind and started healing. Did you need to heal anyone?
Can you repeat one more time?
When you picked through a choke, you did a quick scope on Orisa, and then you went back to heal. You just one shot, and then went back to heal. Did anybody need healing at that time?
Probably not.
Did your friend need that nade right now?
No.
Right. Could have used the nade on the enemies?
Yeah, right now, maybe.
Okay.
It's okay.
What I'd like you to do from now on, from this point on, avoid doing quick scopes. I'm not saying they're bad, just for you right now. Don't do quick scopes. Try to have more consecutive shots, and every nade should be purple, not healing. Unless you're 1 HP. And you need to heal yourself.
No, it's my bad.
It's okay.
Need to go back.
Yeah, go back.
my bad. I'm staggered.
It's okay. The problem in the first fight is that you had an opportunity to do a lot of damage, but you just did a quick scope hide, quick scope hide, quick scope hide. When you could have shot 2-3 consecutive shots, throw an A, do a bunch of damage. Try to shoot more consecutively, if you can, of course. If they're looking at you and shooting at you, you can stay with your scope open. But try to have more consecutive shots, okay? Nice. Very good.
Oh, unnecessary good.
It's okay, it's okay. What are you gonna do right now?
Trying to find some damage, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Before the fight begins, you go set up. Figure out where the next point is and start moving there.
Secure.
You already want to nade, sleep, whatever. Before anything even happens.
Refinery.
You want to apply maximum pressure.
I hear someone on the side.
Yeah. Set up where you're in a good position for you. Yeah.
End is within my reach.
Be ready to shoot them once they start moving.
Knocks in 10 seconds.
Oh, Russian.
Yeah. Ooh, close. Don't hold your scope too much because this can happen. See, the problem is, so I said you want to have more consecutive shots, which you did, yeah. But you can't hold your scope for too long against Soldier and Freya when they're looking at you. If they're not looking at you, you can hold your scope however you want, for how long you want.
Yeah, hard scoping is a problem.
Hard scoping is a problem, but you overcompensate by doing quick scopes when people don't pay attention to you. You don't have to quick scope when people don't pay attention. You could have picked her from the left and helped. Get back, get back. Too far forward.
I appreciate the support.
Why did you die? You died 2 times for the same reason.
Hard scoping, not looking at her.
Yeah, you're hard scoping in front of them, and they move towards you, and you're staying. You're not moving. You're not rotating. You see they're moving towards you. You have to move. You have to move. You can't just stand at the same spot when people are pushing you. They take 2 steps forward. You take 2 steps back. Okay. And also, when people look at you, you want to play closer to cover. I also have a question. When was the last time you used Nano?
In Overwatch 3. Maybe.
in Overwatch 1. Yeah. Fight starts, please use Nano. Okay.
Okay. Maybe jump.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Nodding off.
Nice. Nice. A little bit too early with the Nano because Junker was not really there yet, right? He was not really in the fight yet, but it was okay. At least you used it. Nice sleep, by the way. And nice damage.
Secure. Next, flashpoint.
I'm trying my best, but I think now my team is carrying me.
I think you're doing okay. They're playing well, yes, but you're doing okay. I'd like you to rotate in the fight a little more often. Shoot, they see you move. Shoot, they see you move. Okay? Nice. Boom. Nice shots, good shots.
You're fine.
Enemies go back, what can you do?
Go forward.
Exactly. But do you notice that you're stationary? You don't react to what is happening in the fight. They go back, you don't go forward. They go forward, you don't go back. And it's a big problem. They go forward, what do you do?
Go back.
Exactly. Nade was a little bit too early. What was the problem in this fight?
I don't heal my tank.
Well, one, he didn't heal
oh,
anybody.
oh.
That's true. That's true. You didn't heal anybody, but and also you were scoping on the Orisa on the right side, but your body was exposed to both
Yeah,
Ash
Polaris.
and Freddy. Yeah, exactly. You should have taken 2 steps back where the left side cannot see you while you're scoping. If you're scoping and shooting, you want to make sure people can shoot at you from different directions. With cover. Use that with cover. Do you need to heal so much, or can you like do one shot, sleep maybe in between? Yep. Yep. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. You see, like the Ash started shooting back, you stayed there. You almost died. Could have used a nade. Nice. Nice shot. Where did he walk right now? So when the Freya was looking at you, what do you do?
I need to find the cover, but I'm going
Yeah,
upstairs.
you ran in front of her in an open space, and also you held your scope for too long in front of her. You were holding your scope when she was looking at you, and then you ran into the most open space possible. What do you think about your position? Get out, get back, get back, back.
Okay.
You're in front of your tank. Good. You see, when Ash is not looking, you can do whatever you want. Be ready to throw an aid. What did he do? He looked at the Ash, but who was shooting at you?
Orisa, and I
Yeah.
sleep her.
Right, because when you're... Be careful. You need to help your Orisa, yeah? Okay, first of all, what do you think about it? Can you click tab for a second for me? Okay. What do you think about the game itself?
Bad performance.
You don't have
Way too
enough
much.
damage. Yeah, you don't have enough damage. You almost... It's 10 minutes. So let's say in 10 minutes you would have 2.7k damage, which is even below average for you by a large margin. Right? Your healing could have been higher. But I would say that when you use your cooldowns, they did get decent amount of value. Your nades got a lot of value. Your sleeps got a lot of value. The damage that you did was a lot of value. Even though it was low damage, it still got a lot of value. Everything that you did in terms of offensive abilities was value. The problem is that you didn't do enough of it. But why? Why didn't you do enough of it?
Bad placement sometimes.
Placement, you mean
and,
positioning?
Yeah. Positioning. Uptime is my problem. Uptime, cooldowns.
What is your problem with cooldowns?
I'm sometimes I'm rushing it. Sometimes I hold it for too long.
I think that cooldowns are the way you use your cooldowns in this game was okay. Were there mistakes? Sure, but not big ones. You did use your cooldowns pretty consistently. Most of the time you didn't rush them. Yeah, it was fine. The only cooldown that was a little bit problematic is your nano. I had to mention that you did use your nano. It took you almost 2 points to use your nano one time.
Yeah, because I try and that's maybe a problem, but I trying to find opportunity and win condition for nano, or if we can win this fight, I use nano.
Yeah.
If we can't, I don't use it. I don't want to waste it.
So I can make the problem disappear easily. Just a fight starts, just use nano 5-on-5. Don't wait until it's 4-on-5 or something like that. 5 starts, you see Orisa going in, nano. You see your Cassidy going in, nano. You see soldier flank, just nano. Don't wait until things happen in the fight. You see they're already in there, they're punching each other, they're in each other's face, just click your nano.
Is my nano can be initiate fight?
You don't need to initiate, so you don't want to use nano and then people go in. You wait for them to go in and then you use nano.
Okay.
Understand. But don't wait too long until you use nano. Don't wait until somebody dies or somebody low. They go in, you see that your teammates are in people's faces, just click nano on whoever is in people's faces and doing damage. So that's as straightforward as it can get. Okay? But all of your problems boil down to positioning. But I don't like to use the word positioning because it's very general, so I'm going to be very specific. The main issue the main issue that you have, is that you stay at the same place for too long. What do I mean by that? You lack rotations. You don't rotate in the fight. The team fight is very dynamic. People always move. Tracer blinking to the right, Fraser flying above, Orisa is pushing from the left, right? And you need to rotate based on the danger that is happening to you. If there is a Rorog 50 miles away from you, do you care?
50 miles now.
No, you don't care. But when he's starting to move towards you and move close, do you care?
Yes.
Of course,
I
because
go forward. Well, I go back.
yeah, you go away from his hook because you know that the hook is the win condition. If you get away from the hook, you're gonna be okay from the Rorog. If you see that you're standing on the right side of the map and you see that the tracer is starting to blink to the right side of the map, do you want to stay on that right side of the map?
No.
Exactly. You want to stay away from the tracer because you know that she's setting up to kill you. So you want to stay away from the danger. And sometimes the danger is gonna come from two directions, right? There's gonna be a Freya on the left and a tracer from the right. And the answer to that is pick your poison. Where am I least likely to die? Right? So, but it's not about that. The problem is that you lack rotations. People move back, you don't move forward. People move forward, you don't move back. People go right, you don't move left. People go left, you don't move right. You're very, very stationary in the fight. And the problem with that is that it's very easy to kill you. People are shooting at you and moving towards you. Just hard scope and shoot at them. You can't hard scope and shoot at people that are looking at you, especially when they can kill you. If it was a Rodok 50 miles away, he can scope and shoot until he gets close to you, no problem, because he can't shoot you from far away. But a Freya can definitely kill you from far away, right? So if a Freya is looking at you, or an Ashe is looking at you, you can't just stand with a scope open. They're looking at you, you move to cover, or a different position, and then you repeat. Did you notice that when you shot the Ashe, I think it was second point, or no, third point actually. Ashe was not looking at you, she was shooting at somebody else. You hard scope, shot her 3 times. Do you remember that situation?
Yeah.
But why was that possible?
Because she don't see me, don't look at me.
Yeah, exactly, because she wasn't looking at you. But when she's looking at you, you can't stand with your scope open. What do you have to do? You have to rotate. You have to get her on cover. Because if you get her on cover, can you pause that? Yeah. Just I want to show you to see the situation. I think it was somewhere here, right? Oh yeah. Here. Look, pause. Here, Ashe is trying to look at the Moira, and then what do you do? Yeah, look, shoot. Should like play this out. Yeah, you got a nade. You could have gotten a shot in, but what was the problem?
I don't continue shooting.
No, you can't continue shooting because you got your reset.
And I was open for reset. I need to get cover.
Yeah, that's the problem. You get caught. People sneak up on you, and you don't pay attention. You don't move. Can you leave the game for a second?
Yeah.
So you need to start rotating out of danger. You can't scope at Ashe and get shot from the left. You first have to go away from the danger from the left by moving right, and then shoot. Or shoot one time. Oh, Orisa is coming. I have to move. You need to work on rotations. People that are dangerous to you are moving back, moving forward, go back. People that are dangerous to you are moving from the right, go to the left. You always have to be very dynamic and get out of the danger based on where the dangerous people are going. Dangerous people look at you, right? You get out of the line of sight. Ashe scoping at you, go behind cover. Tracer's blinking to the right, move to the left. You see a research starting to push forward, you move back. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
Also, another thing, when you are already in a position where teamfight breaks out and you can't necessarily rotate somewhere, or you could, but it's a short rotation, you can't be caught in open space. There's so many times that you almost died because people look at you and you're standing in open space. You want to be close to cover. Most of the time, you're close to cover. The problem is people shoot at you and you don't utilize that cover. So if you're standing next to a wall and you see that Ashe is scoping at you, get behind the wall. What do you think Ashe is going to do when you get behind the wall?
Nothing.
Like, nothing. She's not. Is she gonna stare at the wall?
She probably can go forward and we took a fight.
She could.
I don't know.
But she's gonna shoot somebody else, right? Because she needs to do damage and shoot other people. And when she shoots other people, what can you do?
shoot her back.
Exactly. So she looks at you, you hide. She looks at somebody else, you pick and shoot. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yep.
So when people are looking at you and you're in danger, you rotate and use cover. When they're not looking, you pick and shoot. And use nade and use sleep, whatever.
Okay.
So these are the main things. So you have to keep track of, is this a dangerous position for me? Yes, let's move. Are the enemies pushing? Yes, let's move back. Are the enemies pulling back? Yes, let's move forward. Where's Tracer? Oh, on the right? Okay, let me make sure that I don't put myself in a position where Tracer is gonna jump on me in 2 seconds. Okay, always you need to be dynamic with positioning. Always be moving. Make sure you rotate away from the danger. And when people that are dangerous to you are looking at you and shooting at you, use cover. When they don't shoot at you, pick again. They look at you, cover. They don't look at you, pick again. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
These are the main things. The cooldowns are okay. Your damage and healing balance for the most part is okay. The reason why you make a lot of mistakes is simply because you take too much damage from random people that it could have been avoided by using cover or just moving to a different position. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I will work on it with my positioning, cover usage. Basically cover.
Cover and rotations. Positioning is a big fancy word, doesn't mean a lot. Cover, specifically using cover when you're in danger. And when you're in danger is Ash scoping at me. Is Freya using a right click on me, scoping at me, you know? Rodog is about to hook me. That's when you use cover. Until you're in danger, you can sit in open space however you want, but you have to be ready. You have to be ready to get behind cover once you're in danger. And if you see enemies sneaking up from you from a different direction, they go forward, you go back. They go left, you go right. They go right, you go left. They go back, you go forward. You want to move. Okay? These are the main things.
Yep.
And the nano advice that I gave you, but I'd like to focus on the first two.
Okay. So with Nano, I need to see the fight starts and give a Nano.
Yeah, fight starts. You see somebody doing damage.
Somebody who do damage. Okay.
Yeah, don't overthink it. You see Orisa in the enemy team? Oh, Nano Orisa. You see Cassidy's in the enemy team? Nano Cassidy. You see Zenyatta flanking? Nano Zenyatta. Okay?
Yeah. It's okay to give a Nano to another sub. It's normal.
If he's doing damage, yes. Right. Nice talking to you. Spodne.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Спасибо.
На здоровье. Guys, can we do one more here? Let's see if there's like let's Zenyatta. Okay. Let's do Zenyatta. How does this work? Do you go for free or it's like a sub reward? This is for subs only, members. Hey, Awkward, love your videos from South Africa. Good to have you here, man. Seems fine for DPS with support. Keeping Alois on your team means you don't have many times to rotate or hide. It's fine, DPS.
Awkward is
keeping
pathetic.
Alois of your team
He thinks just because he
means
goes
you don't
to
have
the
many
gym,
times
he's
to
the
rotate
best
to hide.
human
That's
on
not
Earth.
true. How much? Thank you. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 7 months. Hello, Felispo. Felispo.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm chilling here.
Ready to play?
Yep.
All right, do your thing. Stream the game. All right, can I see your stats really quick on Zen? So you're Zen and you're Masters, right?
Yep.
Okay.
This is not my main account, so there isn't many games, but oh, that's actually a good amount here.
Scroll
good
down a
check.
bit. Okay, what's your main account then? Why don't you play on your main
It's
account?
really slow. It's suspended for a month.
Okay.
You know, Overwatch stuff.
Okay,
how it
okay.
works.
So less than 5 death is good. Damage seems to be pretty high. Yeah, it seems like you're doing okay. I mean, your stats look good. Don't have much to say. But considering it's a new
Yeah,
account,
like
most of your stats are probably farmed in lower ranks, right?
Yep. I was ranking up this account, so the stats look good because of this.
Anton, it's not about 2 plat anads back to back. It's just random, you know? It's random. Try to apply every time I do it. I just pick by random. It's not that it's not like, oh shit, plat ana skip. You know what I mean? Are you only doing VOD reviews for subs of your YouTube channel, Twitch, or Rank Up Academy? Rank Up Academy is the coaching service. You guaranteed to have live coaching, a VOD review, and coaching in Rank Up Academy on a month-to-month basis, like a month-to-month throughout the entire month. The Sunday is something I do for free for my subscribers. How do we apply? Show up on Sundays, type on Discord your hero and your rank, and you might get picked. You Overwatch me more regularly now? Yeah, I do Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, yeah. Do people ever ban Zenyatta?
Only in Havana, Junkertown, like these long sidelines maps, but I don't think they are banning Zen in Antarctica Peninsula. Like I play in SA, South America service, people tend to only ban Doomfist, Wrecking Ball, and Sombra. Like it's always these 3 heroes, maybe Furia.
Do you coach Rocket Raccoon?
Zarya.
Every hero I coach
Every now and then.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I suppose I don't know what they're playing.
Arriving at Antarctic Peninsula. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Okay. So again, Felispo, first fight I'm gonna be quiet. Just want to observe what you do, and observe what you do means identify your mistakes, and then we're gonna go over them.
Yeah.
What happened?
The stream shut down?
No. He just made like, what was that sound?
Oh, I was just drinking water.
Oh, okay.
Mercy's in. I love Mercy players.
Yeah, which means
And
you'll
they
have to
make them be
perform
bonkers.
extra to win this one.
Yeah.
Felispo, you started off the fight on the right side, right? On the right side, you started shooting. You went top right, you dropped, you started shooting. Enemies got low. My question to you, why did you decide to stop shooting the enemies and just go to the left side and then shoot nobody?
It was because everybody in my team was standing there, so I just didn't want to get caught in the spam.
Yeah, but you were spamming them way more than they were spamming you. They're the ones that are in danger, and you stopped shooting means that they could pick and shot at your team. Basically, if you just stood there and kept shooting, you probably win the fight. There was no reason to rotate when you're doing so much damage. You can kill this guy. I'm not sure what he's doing. So basically on the first fight, you just rotated for no reason. You had a perfect angle, you were doing damage, and then you decided to stop shooting, and that's why you lost the team fight.
Alright, didn't pay attention to this guy pushing.
Yeah. But also you were kind of like hesitating. You wanted to go right side to shoot, but then you thought you heard Reaper on the top right, and then you went left. Should have been more decisive. You want to go do damage before the fight? Great, but just go. Don't
yeah,
overthink
I heard
it.
a cast on the high ground. That's why I tried to go back a bit.
Yeah, but what does a cast on the high green can do to you in that situation? Well, what is he gonna drop in front of your entire team and kill you?
Well, he could have. I think he could have shot me from that window.
Yeah, but it could, if you were in a position that would be very difficult to do so. You're right under it. I don't think he can even see you here on the wall.
I think he can. Yeah, he can.
You have the cover. You can use the wall. Apply pressure. I actually don't mind you taking the 1v1, but as soon as you saw the Reaper TP, you should have moved back earlier. If not for the Mercy, you would have been dead.
Hey, I was just trying to strafe and survive this. Because I knew I wouldn't be able to back off on time.
The issue right now, Felispo, is that you apply pressure, but inconsistently. You shoot, and then you have big pauses. Like, they take a bunch of damage, but then you stop shooting, and you let them get healed and live. Try to apply... You see they're low, start applying even more pressure. Here, drop, find a better angle. Good. Apply pressure. You see they're dying. Boom, boom. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Philippe, you see they're under pressure. You see they're applying pressure, doing good damage. Don't hide. Don't move somewhere that you think can be more damage. Try to, like, if you're already doing big damage, capitalize, you know? Double down. Good rotation. Moving left is good. I don't think they can touch. Oh, he touched.
He's slippery.
Yeah, just make sure you don't get caught in the crossfire. Cross to the other side of the point, because if you stay here, somebody can flank you. It's not a very comfortable position.
Yeah, I'm kind of chill in this position because I have Trank, so didn't mind moving.
Okay. But do you want to be forced to use your tranquility for no reason, or do you want to use it on your own terms?
Yeah, correct.
Tranquility is something you want to use on your own terms. You don't want to be forced to use it because, I decided to overstep with my positioning. So now there's a random tracer in front of my face, and I have to use click Q. Because Tranquility is ironically the only ultimate that you would rather avoid using. And the reason why you want to avoid using that ability is because it's like 5 seconds that you can't shoot. 6 seconds, I think, that you can't shoot. And you shooting is how you carry. You really want to avoid using that ultimate unless you have to, unless somebody else will die. So again, Felispo, you're doing okay. Just I want you to shoot. When you see that they're the one taking damage, don't run. Keep doubling down. Create even a stronger angle. You can go right. Yeah, very good. Long rotation in the middle of the fight. You see 2 of your team is dead by the time you showed up.
Yeah.
And also, like, you were fighting the Cassidy, right? You were winning that fight. He was low, you were full with pocket. But you let him live. You gave him the option to run away. Oh. Oh. Damage for the fight, some right click. Nice. Careful. Enemies can push more forward, get more back. But you see, instead of going here, you could have kept going back and do damage this entire time. You noticed that you had a long pause again that you didn't shoot?
Yeah.
Now I'm not saying you would have won the fight. But I'm saying that you could have built your ult charge. Maybe you get a kill. Maybe something happens, you know? You have
Yeah,
to...
I went that path because it was the most safe one.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
you wouldn't have died.
Last
They
time,
have no
completely.
no real range, no long range attack, and also you have a lot of distance. You had a lot of distance there. Would have been fine. Bob in, maybe you can win. Never mind, they use Kitsune. You can't win. By the way, shoot, please. Go. Apply pressure, apply pressure. Good. Good. Kill them all. Go. You're winning. Push. Good. Nice. Good job. Here, you see they're low. They're dying. Boom. Apply pressure. I'm not saying you should have ran in front of his face and take the pummel, but closer. You get what? You did it really good. Good job.
Okay.
Don't be afraid next time. You have a mercy pocket behind you. If you surprise him with a right click, you would have actually probably killed him.
Yeah, it's that I got surprised first, so I didn't react on time.
You can commit to the flank here. It's fine. The reason why I say commit to the flank because, well, unfortunately,
There's nothing else to do.
yeah, you just kind of stuck with your back against the wall. Would be a good time to maybe surprise somebody with a flank. Hello, Necronic. How you doing, man? There's a Kira on the right side. Nice, I like it. You missed it. You got it. Don't be afraid. Next time, don't be afraid. You got healed. You could have killed him.
Okay, I'm distracting their tank and their Curie.
fair point, but he could have killed the
Distraction?
Kiriko. You were 150 HP. She was 1, and she missed the Suzu. You could have just went for it. You were hiding for no reason. I like how you covered there. You know, that's on the bright side. You delayed your death, which made it easier for your team to win the fight after you died. Pressure. Left side, not in front of the window. Pressure. You have transcendence as well. Nice. What do you think about the game, Felispo?
I think it was a decent game. Average overall.
I think you could have done way more damage.
Yeah,
I think you could have
this
got
is true.
way more limbs, you know? And maybe you're nervous, whatever it may be. However, you got away with a lot of things that you would have not been able to get away with High Masters, low GM, ever. And there's a very, very one common problem. I think you use cover really well. I think that in terms of distance, you do fairly well most of the time. You know, your orb is okay. But there's a very big problem. The problem is that you don't have enough uptime. Why didn't you have enough uptime?
Because I wanted to switch my angles way too often.
Yeah, you switch your angles with no reason to do so. Rotations are important, but you want to mostly rotate to like off angles and stuff when there's an advantage in taking those angles. When you are shooting the enemies and they're low, you don't want to just stop shooting and then move to somewhere. You want to stay at the place that is getting you value. So if you stay with your team at the beginning and you notice that you're shooting, enemies take damage, enemies are low, and they go back behind cover, you don't want to randomly go for a flank. You actually want to double down the position that you're holding that is working. So enemies shoot, they go behind cover, take even a more aggressive position. The problem right now, Felispo, is that you take very long rotations in the middle of the fight and you have too much downtime because of it. So you lose a lot of damage. You actually start the fight with a big advantage, and then you stop shooting for 3 seconds. All of a sudden, your team is critical. Why? Because enemy team took cover, they got healed, and now they're the one attacking because you stopped the pressure. That's the problem. You stop the pressure at critical moments. You have advantages and you don't capitalize on those advantages.
I think it was that little voice in the back of my head saying you need to off angling. Like I was in a good angle shooting, but I was with my team, and I was like, you can't stay behind your team. So I decided to just split and go for an off angle. But
Yeah,
as a result of it, I decreased my uptime by doing so.
you do want to off angle, but sometimes if you're with your team and you start with your team and you see the enemies are crumbling, you don't want to move to the off angle if already that angle is working. You don't want to force an off angle when what you're doing right now is working. You're killing them, and then you move to the off angle for no reason. And also, when you are applying pressure and they go back, it gives you the opportunity to push forward and create an off angle in a more aggressive position. So I'll give you an example. At the beginning of the first round, you started shooting, they got low. They went back into their room. Let me go to the replay. It will be even better. For literally the first fight.
Ready for battle.
Look, you go here. First of all, you don't need to stay up top. Yeah, you drop down. Look. Look. Here. You keep shooting. Shield breaks. Pause. Go back. Go back to exactly when you're shooting the shield. Ramatra. Here, you drop. Perfect drop. Angle. You shoot right side. Pause. Play free cam. Put free cam. You keep shooting from the same angle. With the same angle. Go to the same angle. You keep shooting. Bam, bam, bam. They go back into the room. Where do you go after they go back into the room?
Could have went forward, mate. No.
Yeah, you could have went forward and
just-
right side. You could have went forward and right side. Here,
Right
boom.
side here?
Yeah, here. Yeah. Look at that angle. It's really good. Now you guys have all the space, and now they're stuck in this low corner. You could also go left side. It's a little bit riskier, but you could go to the left side because it's open space. You could, and maybe catch them in a flank or something. But the right side is good because now you have an aggressive position. You want to know why? Because now your Junker Queen goes forward to hold the choke. You take that position. You go forward. You shoot them when they're on the stairs, all lined up. And once they try to push outside, you go back into this position. This position, you take 2 steps forward, you can kill them on the stairs. You see it doesn't work out, you go back in this position, you fall down, worst case scenario, into the cover. But
I was just too afraid, you know. We were way too clumped up together. Like I was afraid to get hit.
Yeah,
by
but
spam, like they
by
had
who?
Ram, Anna.
By who? Ram barely does any damage. Anna, well, she does damage, but it's spread out.
I
Reaper,
was overall
nothing.
a bit afraid because we didn't have many healing output because of the Mercy. So that was this. Too.
The way you're thinking about it is it's counterproductive. You have low healing, so you're trying to extend the fight even more. It's worse for you. You actually want the fight to be as fast as possible because you don't have healing. You don't want the fight to be long. You want it to be short. When you have big advantages, you want to press on them because they have more healing than you.
Yeah.
When you play low healing comps, you can't play long, like a drawn out battle. You have to play fast because you don't have healing. And this is exactly where you should have pressed more damage. So, Felispo, in short, what I'd like you to work on mostly is that when there's advantages, push on advantages. Enemies low, you push. You don't stop shooting. When you're doing good damage, don't stop shooting. Keep up the pressure. Take a more aggressive position. Double down. When you do damage, double down. Don't pull back. Don't stop shooting. Don't give them the opportunity to get their cooldowns back and get healed, etc., etc. You see an opportunity, you see a bunch of people, you shoot them, and you don't stop. The only time you stop is, well, when you're in danger. If you were 1 HP, I would understand for you to go to the left side, no problem. But you're full HP. And also on the left, there's no angle. Like, you can't really shoot any there. You can't see anything from there.
Yeah,
look,
I realized once I got here and was only seeing Ramacho's head.
Yeah, you couldn't see anybody. But when you think about it, in short, your team is playing 4 and 5. Your team was essentially playing 4 and 5.
Snake, I thought they were going to push, but wasn't really It was way too far for them to push.
But
this.
even it was a great nade, and it was a good opportunity for them to push. They didn't. But you know what? For sure would have helped for them to not push if you just stood there and shot. If you kept
Yep.
shooting, they're like, I'm naded, I want to push. Ah, shit, Zenyatta's shooting at me. I can't. So you would mitigate this entire nade by you just standing and shooting. But because you didn't, they just pushed forward and killed your entire team.
This would be a good position. I want to be with everybody. Would be safe.
Inside the
Would have
room,
an
sure.
angle on them.
But you don't have an angle on the left side. It's okay to stand on with your team at the beginning of fights because you want to determine what would be a good angle. You can't just decide to go on off angle at the beginning because you don't know where the fight is going to be. And also, there, generally speaking, there's no off angle at the moment. There's literally none. You can go to the left side, but you tried, but there was nothing there. And off angle is only good when you can actually do damage from there. If you go to the left side, when your team is on the right side, you can't see anybody. It's not a good off angle. It technically is an off angle, but there's nothing to see. There's no damage.
True.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So advantages, double down. You shoot, you have good angle, keep shooting. They're low, you press forward. Don't stop shooting when you have advantages. That's all. All right, Felispo, thank you for stopping by, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Moving back to the big cam, we've had 3 sessions for the day, which was good enough. He coached SVB, another distributor with your GMs. Look it up on YouTube. SVB was in GM when getting coached. Yeah, but Corky was top 500. I coach top 500 people quite often. Do you still manage to do live coaching for GM? I feel like it's really hard to apply advice in real time in that hilo. The point of live coaching is not necessarily to apply the advice in real time. It's possible to do so, but it's mostly about noticing what the common mistake is, and for the person that is playing to see in real time, oh shit, I didn't even notice that I'm making that mistake. Or like, oh shit, yeah, I see it now. That's kind of the thing. Like while you're playing, you notice the mistake, and you notice how it looks like while you're playing. If I gave some game codes, you see it? If you're in Rank Up Academy, sure. Has he done any Marvel Rivals Day? No, not today. I'm gonna do just there was only Overwatch today. We've been doing for the past like couple months only Marvel Rivals. Now it's a little bit of Overwatch. However, it doesn't mean that I'm not doing Marvel Rivals. I am. It's just not today. Not today. So I want to quickly announce for tomorrow's stream, 5 p.m. EST, guys. I'm gonna announce it on Twitter tomorrow. I don't know if you know who Gaming for Hope is, but tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, I'm going to be live coaching Gaming for Hope. That's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if you've heard of this guy, but everyone on fucking TikTok sent me a message, coach for Gaming for Hope. I'm like, who the hell is Gaming for Hope? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? But then I saw that Apply made a video on him that had 100,000 views. And I see every time I log into Twitter, I see his face everywhere, man. So I decided, let's just coach him. So we talked, we tried to schedule a time, and tomorrow 5 PST is the time. It's I'm sure he's gonna be streaming, but I'm gonna be streaming that in that time, 5 p.m. EST. It's 11 p.m. European time, 10 p.m. UK time. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. It's gonna be super exciting. Drake Wilson, thank you for Prime 5 months. Appreciate it. Thank you again for Tracer coaching last week. Been doing great. Even last week game, lost the drive week previous. Actually got called Smurf one game, which was funny. It's awesome, man. It's finally going to escape Eel Hill. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the subs. He got Hattie coaching today. How was it? Was it good? Was it good? Be honest. Be honest. Do you enjoy other games than competitive games like story games? I haven't played a story game in like at least 10 years. So it's not that I don't enjoy them. I just like competitive games. People laugh at him, but how much exposure has he gained? Yeah, good for him. Hi guys, thank you guys for watching. I wish you a greatest today, greatest night. We're gonna see each other tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST with Gaming for Hope. Make sure you tune in. Spread some love. We're gonna be coaching somebody that people say that is uncoachable. And I'm sure it's gonna be great. Have a good one, guys.